Hello, underachievers.
Okay, first off, real quick, sorry but not sorry, I have a brand new song called 3 Day Headache coming out January 5th. If you like pop punk, you'll love it. And I also have an album coming out March 8th, and you can grab a vinyl for that. And I'm touring the world, baby. I'm playing UK shows with Enter Shikari in February and doing a headline tour of the US in March and April, so grab your tickets.
Sorry for the lack of consistent uploads. Will I promise you that it won't happen ever again? No, absolutely not. Transgenderism right now, kind of difficult, kind of hard. But you know what isn't hard? Do you know what's quite soft, squidgy, fluffy, cute, you know? A silly video. A stupid little video that you'll gobble up. So today I'm just gonna rate genders. And before anybody says, oh, that feels bad, maybe you shouldn't do that. That seems like a silly decision. Shut up. It's fun, okay? Everything I say in this video will be dumb, it will be stupid, so if you find yourself upset, open up a window and breathe in some fresh air. I hear that's helpful. I love tier lists. I love categorizing things. I love organizing things. I love making things make sense. That will be thrown out the window today. That's gone. None of this will make sense. So let's go for it, right? So the current tiers that we have are give it to me, as in the gender. Wow, I didn't really think about that. When I first labeled this tier, I was reminded of that, you know the first Charlie and the Chocolate Factory film? It's probably not the first. The song is like, I want to lock it all up in my pocket. It's my bar of chocolate. Give it to me.
Give it to me now.
That one. So that's the best tier. So if you're a member of this gender tier, then you give it to me. These are feelings that I don't think I've really had, but I hear a lot of you say it. So this is for you. Below that, we have nice gender, bud. Your gender's okay, it's fine. It's not crazy. Don't want to commit a robbery, but it's alright. The tier below that is yeah, I guess. It's like, yeah, I guess. That's a gender. It could be. Maybe it's not. Below that is, I mean, it's not a gender that I particularly want. And the tier below that is fear, as in being afraid, being a little frightened. I am scared to put any gender in this tier list, but if you don't behave, then this is where you'll go into the fear tier list. It's like hell, but on a tier list. I guess that makes, yeah, I guess, purgatory. First up, we have agender, and I think this is unfortunately named, because someone will be like, hi, yeah, I identify as agender, and people, what gender? Which one? No, just a gender. Okay. Be more specific. We all have genders, right? Apparently not. Agender is here to prove it wrong. Yes, agender is an absence of a gender. This is something that I identified as a, I don't know, as a teenager. I know plenty of agender people. They are lovely. I've never fallen out with one. Nice gender bud, I think. Does that work? Can I put agender, as in the absence of a gender, in the nice gender bud tier? I'm not gonna think about it. Nice gender bud. If you're agender, nice gender. Next up, we have the boy one, which is very nice. Thank you, Isaac, for this suggestion. The boy one. I'm gonna have to put it in give it to me, because that belongs to me. I was there first. I feel like an old man sometimes. I feel like an old man sometimes. I don't personally feel like give it to me for my own gender because I have it. Definitely felt this pre-transition though. I was very jealous and very annoyed at anybody who could grow facial hair, anyone who was taller than me, anyone who had a better jawline, which let's most people. And if I grew up in 2023, I would say give it to me. So the boy one, that's where it is. Next up, we have trigender, as in three gender, like triple gender, like you're triple gendered up on a Tuesday. Trigender, not as in try hard. Trigender as in trigender. Maybe just try one out. Trigender, three genders, that feels difficult. Personally, that feels like a difficult experience. Not in terms of like, ooh, it's so hard. Like the lady part of me is like arguing with the man part. I just dropped my laptop. It sounds hard. Trigender, wait, let me Google. Trigender. Trigender is a polygender identity in which a person shifts between three genders. Oh, wait. This is not what I'm saying this is, and I'm not making fun of anyone. But you know those TikToks where people are like shifting into like a wolf or something? That's what this is making me think of. This is like when Jacob Black takes off his top and he shifts. That was a werewolf joke brought to you by Twilight. This experience may be simultaneous or fluid. The individual shifts between male, female, and non-binary gender. So those aren't genders. Actually, Wikipedia. Male and female are sexes? Jesus. Okay, they shift between male, female, and non-binary gender. That's crazy. Is it crazy? No, well, that must be a crazy experience. So like one day, like I'm a girl today. Tomorrow I'm a boy. The day after that I'm non-binary. Do you ever have like 3 girl days in a row and you're like, oh god, like what if this is gonna be like this forever? And then you wake up and you want to call yourself like Kit or like Twig or like Spud or something, and you know that you're non-binary today. I feel like I'm gonna have to put trigender in, yeah, I guess. I wouldn't want that personally. That seems like a lot to juggle. Like, some people struggle with just one gender, and 3, that, like, yeah. The idea of having, like, 2 boyfriends and a girlfriend, like, hell yeah. I like people, but then the reality of it being like, oh, I have to manage all their emotions. Can't do that, and it's the same with gender. Love to you, trigenders. Love to you. Next up, we have Libra masculine and Libra feminine. Is that like a, you know, the astrology? What is Libra feminine? A gender identity where a person experiences little attachment to being feminine/female, but mostly agender. Okay, that's like so specific. I respect the specificity. I say I must have to put that in fear because a gender that is 5 syllables? Libra feminine, Libra masculine. That's a lot. That's a mouthful. And for that reason and that reason only, I fear you. Next up, we have demi-boy, which is your half boy. No, it's not half exactly. I realize that I've spoken about some of these before, probably, but I forget things. So a demi-boy partially identifies with, like, being a guy or, like, masculine, but not wholly. They're like, I'm not gonna be part of your system. I'm not a part of your system. Man, my dad's not a phone. I'm gonna put demi-boy in nice gender, bud. Good for you, bud. And I feel like a demi-boy, demi-boy suits the word bud. It's my bud, Steven. He's, you know, he's a demi-boy. He's a good bud of mine. Steven? Any demi-boys called Steven? Next up, we have girl. The gender girl. So here's the thing. I love women. I do. They're good. If I put it in give it to me, is that a bit confusing, though, if I put it there? With the whole, like, you know, got my tits chopped off 5 years ago. Maybe I'll change the name of this tier. Wow. Good job with your gender. Wow. Good job with your gender, girl. Next up, we have transmasc, which stands for transmasculine. Someone who's transmasculine is somebody that is a trans man, but not quite. Well, no, that's not true. They like swing that way. They're like, oh, a little guy. Actually, wait. Yeah, a term used for those assigned female at birth and whose gender identity or expression, or both, is masculine but not necessarily male. But your gender expression is not the same as your gender identity. Like a girl could have boy gender expression. I'm not gonna dwell on it. This doesn't matter. Transmasc, it's gonna have to go in nice gender, bud. Good job. You did it. You graduated. You did some stuff, you worked on it. Cis man, fear. If this tier was still called Give It To Me, cis man would be up there. I know the whole, like, ugh, cis man. Maybe that feels hurtful right now. Maybe I'm feeling worried about putting that anywhere. I love cis men. Frank Iero is a cis man. My dad is a cis man. My boyfriend is a cis man. Yeah, sure. Maybe yeah, I guess, because you put less work in. Cis women, it's gotta be in yeah, I guess. I don't want people to watch this and be like, Noahfinnce is a trans supremacist. This is a silly video. Anyway, no, actually, nice gender bud. This is like year 5 all over again. Do you remember in school where everyone was like, no, girls are better than boys, and the boys were like, no, boys are better than girls. That's what this feels like. This is hard. Why did I do this? I gotta put it in yeah, I guess, because men and women are equal. Next gender is twink. Good job with your gender, I would say. There are some twinks who are real rapscallions. There are some real mischievous twinks. And there are some not very nice twinks. Out of the whole LGBT community, twinks have been the meanest to me. No. Yes. They haven't been mean, they've been judgmental. Twinks kind of scare me. I feel like in a club, in a gay club, there's this sense of competition, right? All the twinks, they come in packs. It's quite scary. I can't decide. And maybe I'll put it in I mean, because twink isn't a gender. Next up we have bigender. That's like having 3 genders, but it's 2. So it's like trigender, but less. I think, wow, good job with your gender. I think you did something there. Like, you saw the term bisexual, and you were like, oh, I like that. Let me take that, but, like, add a little spice. Next up, we have raccoon. Good job with your gender. It has to be, it has to be, it has to be. I have never seen a living raccoon in my entire life. I've seen a dead raccoon. I've seen videos of alive ones. I've seen very fat ones. I've never met one in person, though, and I truly would love to. I think they're like dogs, but rats. They're like rat dogs, and dogs and rats are my favorite animals, so, like, definitely. I feel like it's more of a vibe than a gender, but I feel like that's how some people feel about their genders. Look, if you ask me about gender, like, 10 years ago, I'd be like, but it's this and it's this. I don't care anymore. I don't give a shit. Why do you care, if you care? When we're talking about misogyny, inequality, yeah, I get that, but just let someone identify as a twink. If somebody says their gender is raccoon, good for them. They probably need to shower more. And maybe cut their hair a little bit. I said I've never met a raccoon, but one did come to my show. I think it might have been in Toronto or something. Here's a video from the queue of one of my shows that somebody sent me. Next up, we have pangender, and pan is all. Pan means all, right? Noting or relating to a person whose gender identity is not limited to one gender and who may feel like a member of all genders at the same time. Of all genders. How do you categorize that? Because, like, I don't know how many there are. I remember the whole, like, 8 years ago, everyone was like, no, but people think there's 76 genders and they're crazy. Does that mean you technically also identify with raccoon since that's here? I'm joking. I love it. Pangender, go for it. I think nice gender, bud. I don't know how it makes sense that trigender feels like more work than pangender. I think it's because tri is like 3 specific genders. I guess girl, boy, not. So you could say you're pigender. You could say you're trigender and pangender at the same time. Like, here's the thing. I feel like genders, like all genders, there's like like, there's girl, there's boy, and there's non-binary, and most of the ones probably on this tier list will be under non-binary. We're just getting real specific about it, but why not? There are bad things happening in the world right now. Let me do it. Next up, we have Two-Spirit. This immediately, wow, good job with your gender. Yeah. Yeah, Two-Spirit people. I know what Two-Spirit is, but I'm scared of f***ing up what it is. So, Two-Spirit refers to a person who identifies as having both a masculine and a feminine spirit, and is used by some indigenous people to describe their sexual, gender, and or spiritual identity. I love that. I love that. I love that literal indigenous people were like, yeah, I'm non-binary. They didn't say that. They said Two-Spirit. But you know what I mean? Like, they were there before all these f***ing Ben Shapiro. Me. Before any of those were like, no, you can't be neither or both or all. Next, we have gender fluid, which this fear, I have a fear of it. I'm scared I don't. Wait, what was Libra masculine? Why is that rated so low? Libra feminine, Libra masculine. That's a lot. That's a mouthful. Why is that so low? And for that reason and that reason only, I fear you. I'm sorry, Libra masculine. You're going straight to nice gender, bud. Gender fluid, yes, this fear, I fear this. I'm not gonna make the joke about what I will say, you don't feel the switch, I guess. You're not like, ooh, now I'm a lady. Like, I know that's not how it works. But actually, maybe nice gender, bud. I feel like this is a disaster. So, like, if you're gender fluid, one day you feel like a guy, the next day you feel like a girl. Like, what is it that, like, what does that feel like? Because I know it's not just like, oh, well, I want to wear a skirt today, and tomorrow I'm going to wear trousers, and I'm going to play with trucks, and then the next day I'm going to, what do non-binary people do? And when you feel non-binary, you want to crochet stuff? I don't know. What is the stereotype that non-binary people do? Next up, we have Catboy. I know exactly what you're thinking. You're thinking of this picture of Dan Howell, because me too. Dan, he says, legalize Catboy. Catboy, is it a gender? No. Does it matter? No. Good job, Catboy. I don't know what it is about Catboys. I don't know how that started. I know it's like a femboy, Catboy thing. Oh, this is a character? It's chiefly in Japanese fiction, a male fictional character who has a cat ears, tail, or other feline characteristics. Fiction. I think you'll find Dan Howell's real. Yeah, Catboy, wow, good job with your gender. Pup gender, these were not intentionally next to each other. I don't know what that means. Is that a thing? Like, what? Pup gender. Oh my god, okay, wait, what? Pup gender is defined as a gender that is small, lively, cute, and any other quality associated with puppies that is puppy-like and or connected to puppies. Like, how many people legitimately, like, are like, yes, no, I feel in my soul I am pup gender? Or is it more just like, yeah, I'm pup gender, yeah, I'm cute, I'm small, and I like little things, and I'm pup gender because of that. Like, I'm not gonna pretend to get it. I don't get the personal experience. I love it for you. I love it for if you wanna, that's hell fucking yeah, go for it. But I think like the way my brain works is just so different. I'm like, cause for me the trans stuff was like, I'm a man and I wanna kill myself because of it. I don't wanna be. But I like that someone feels that they have a small, lively, cute, and other quality associated with puppies, and that's their gender. Maybe I fear, no, I'm scared, that scares me. Next, we have Sewer Rat. We already know what's going on. We know where that's going. Wow, good job with your gender. Congratulations, good job. I love that. This is similar to Raccoon. I think we gotta put Sewer Rat next to Raccoon. Next up, we have Femboy. Again, such like Catboy. Nice gender, bud. It's not really a gender, is it? Femboy's not a gender. A femboy is a term used to refer to male or non-binary individuals who express themselves in traditionally feminine behaviors. I put this in fear. I'm scared. Next up, we have age gender, and I don't like it. I don't know what it is. I don't care. I don't like it. What is age gender? It's a fluid gender for a gender that changes once a year, or when an individual ages up. Who is on top of this? Like, who writes these pages? Age, gender, I fear you. Just the name, mostly. The concept of, like, changing gender every birthday. How does that work? Like, imagine, like, is it like a gender reveal? You have a gender reveal party every single birthday. Next up, we have David Tennant, which is not a gender. That is a man, but I understand. I get it. I grew up with David Tennant as Doctor Who. I get it. I understand. I also like that, like, Doctor Who, like, he is non-binary, right? I haven't seen the new Doctor Who stuff, but I heard they said some trans stuff. It looked quite cringe. I'm sorry. Doctor Who, David Tennant. Yeah, well, good job with your gender. Purely because, like, I didn't explain. Doctor Who is non-binary because he was a girl and now he's a guy. He started off as a guy, then he was a girl. Or is Doctor Who a detransitioner? Very important question. Let me know in the comments section what you think about that. Next up, we have trans man, but pretending to be a non-binary lesbian. I'm gonna put that in I mean for the moment. Like, what do you mean? Huh? Trans man, but pretending to be a non-binary lesbian. What? Is this as in, like, ooh, I'm in disguise, ooh, or is it like, ooh, I'm a non-binary lesbian to everybody else, but inside I am a trans man? Okay. Male and female. There's only two, so it should be easy. Can there be a womp womp? Maybe this is womp now. This is womp. What did I say was womp? Wow, brain's not working. I have no idea what I just said was womp, but I'm sorry. Next up, we have Pete Wentz. Absolutely a gender. I know David Tennant is not a gender. Pete Wentz, let me show you. Let me show you Pete Wentz. But Pete Wentz in 2006. In a non-sexual way, he was like, I had a biggest crush on him. But I get it, emo king, and I did dress like him as a child because I wanted to be him. Next up, we have unlabeled. I'm sorry, I was gonna go on womp, because that's not a gender. Alright, I'm the gender police. Nino, Nino. Or is that an ambulance sound? Wee woo, wee woo. Yeah, so no, unlabeled is not a gender. It's not really a gender, is it? It's like a, I don't know yet. And that's fine, and that's great. That's cool. I love that. For you? No, I probably don't. I assume that's unpleasant. Next up, we have attack helicopter, and if nobody said that, I would have written it myself. Womp. Or, I mean, for the cultural impact it had, but no, womp. Next up, we have my mum. So I actually found this picture of your mum. She seems like a lovely woman. I had a conversation with her, had a great time. We exchanged numbers. That probably seemed real creepy. That was actually my mum. But your mum, I would say good job with your gender. Good job with that, specifically your mother. Oh, I put womp. I put male and female. There's only two, so that should be easy in womp. Or I'll get rid of these two. And then... Yep. And lastly, we have Timothy Chalamet, to those who gender envy him, which is me. Maybe I lied when I said I didn't have that earlier. I don't envy his gender, I just envy, he's just like got really good facial structure. But he's a beautiful man, he's good looking, so it's gotta be, wow, good job with your gender. And look how gender positive this is. Is this gender ideology? Is this gender affirming care? I don't know. But anyway, that was me rating genders on a tier list. Did it make less or more sense than you thought it would? To me, I thought maybe I could make a little bit of sense, and I don't think I did. But I'd love to hear your thoughts. Okay, anyway, that's the end of the video. Have a good day or don't. Come see me at a show. Just do it. Come pre-save my brand new album. It's down there. It's good. Have a good day or don't. See you later, losers. Goodbye. Ugh.